Okay, so wait, let me pause this really quick. Okay, so here's the letter that I received about a day ago. It's from In-Home Support Services, and is to inform that this notice to inform that the incident of violation you received for the services of month of March 2021 has been withdrawn as of the date of this notice, which is May 14, 2021. The reason for the withdrawal of the incident of violation is you did not exceed your monthly maximum overtime hours for March 2021. We have approved your dispute request due to administration errors. To avoid additional violation in the future, please adhere to Fair Labor Standard Act FLSA regulations and maximum hours limitation, or call FLSA call center number 844-825-3002 to speak to our FLSA staff before working additional overtime hours. Well, basically, just as he say, first of all, um, the explanation from Rene is that because I mail in two timesheets at the same time, and because they processed the latest one instead of in sequence of the dates, that's why that's the reason it throws off on the overtime hours. But that is not true, and the only reason is each pay period has its own. Uh, each timesheet has its own pay period. So even though they put in, let's just say, I mailed in. Now we're in June 1st. Let's just say I mailed in May 1st um, to May 15th. That's one, and then May 16th to May 31st. That's the second timesheet. Let's just say if I mail them both in at the same time, even if they process it, it should not overlaps or I am overutilized my overtime, because each timesheet has its own numbers and also have the pay period on it. So even though they slice it in automatically processing the system, it will pick up the numbers, the scan on the timesheets. There's like a scan thing on the timesheet, which will show the pay period for that particular timesheet, the pay period. So even though with the Rene explanation, it still does not make any sense, but there's no need to go round and round, because here's the proof. First, it was they said I overused the hours, which was incorrect, which was a different pay period. That was for the month of February. Now, they corrected this in March, but instead of overuse the hours, I overused overtime hours. Even that is still does not make any sense, because the April pay period, um, or actually the March 1st to March 15, I'm sorry, March 1st to March 15 pay period should go directly to that pay period, and then March 16 to March 31st should go to that pay period. It shouldn't be overlapped in the month of February. So either explanation clearly is not defined. Um, I wouldn't call it integrity. Well, in a way, I don't like to create any more headache. But either way, the explanation does not make any sense. But you know what? At least I have it in my hands here. And they say that although the violation has been withdrawn, you could receive another violation at a later time if you fail to follow the work week and travel time for the in-home support services program. Well, first of all, we do not travel; we live in. So if that somebody submit traveling, then that's not us. That's somebody else. Pretend to be me. Okay. Now the work week, I already know the hours we got, um, but he did advise that do not mail in two time sheet at the same time. Wait for a week, and then let's say if I mail in my May 1st to May 15, wait for a week before I submit it May 16 to May 31st, to avoid the error of processing the latest timesheet, like May 16th to May 31st, that will kick into overtime hours because I already claimed the hours for April, I guess, the month of April. So it doesn't make any sense. Again, each timesheet has its own scan, its own numbers, its own pay per pay period. It shouldn't even be overlapped. But you know what? Just as he say, wait for a week before you mail in the next timesheet, so that way we can avoid the system. Because again, he said this is the system, probably not the human error, but more like the system. But again, the system go back to again the timesheet scanner, the scan shown on the timesheet, and also per pay period. So either way, I am not gonna go there. But this is also part of the harassment from in-home support services for a while now. It started since 2015. So I'm just gonna document it as part of the harassment and also part of organized gang stalking. But that's it. So, um, but basically, um, that's my conclusion because it just does not make any sense. Like I say, each timesheet has its own scan number and it also has its own per pay period. So if you scan that particular piece of paper, it will show the per pay period. It shouldn't be overlaps. But anyway, that's just for my records in case something coming up. Okay.